guys, I'm Halsey, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do a full face romantic look with all of my About Face products. I have pink hair, I'm wearing pink because this is going to be a very romantic, loving, kind of sexy vibe a little bit. Okay, I'm kind of just going to be making it up as I go, so you guys are going to just have to bear with me, but the first thing I'm going to start with is my eyes. I basically have my whole base on right now, like my foundation, a little bit of contour and bronzer, and my eyebrows look so good. I don't know how, but they do. So I'm going to start with the eye. This is my matte fluid eye paint. I love it so much. This color is Dionysus, and I named it after the Greek goddess because it reminds me of wine grapes. I don't know, just love it so much. This is a really cool product because it is so pigmented and it takes basically like little to no application to get a full color. And it's also buildable, which is really nice. You can kind of wash it out and make it a little more of like a light wash, or you can build it up so that it's really, really opaque and really thick. What's really interesting about these is I designed them to be like paints. So you'll often find me mixing the colors together on the back of my hand like a little palette, so I can mix them like paints. So if you're an expert, they're really fun because you can create your own pigments and your own colors by mixing them together. But if you're just starting out, they're really great too because you kind of can't mess it up. They're super easy. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be starting by just literally haphazardly applying this onto my eye. And it's cool because even though it's long wear, it doesn't dry right away. So you have room for error margin, I guess, and a lot of time for it to build out. It's kind of like an oil paint in that way. Oils take forever to dry. But do you see how when I use the brush, I can kind of disperse the color so that it's a little bit more of a wash, which is going to be really great for this look. So I'm kind of going to like a millimeter below my brow bone and washing it out, following a similar arch to the way my brow tail ends, and stopping it kind of right where my brow tail ends. Like I said, it should be kind of messy because we're gonna go over it later with a metallic shadow stick, but we'll get to that part in a second. Okay, see, it already looks so cool. Oh my God, I love these so much. Okay, so now again, like I said, just kind of haphazardly applying just on the brow bone. Close this guy up. It's also like the most beautiful like lilac magenta-y color. Usually when you're applying them, you should wait about 20 seconds so that you can get the full effect of the long wear because they don't dry immediately, but I made sure they didn't dry immediately so that you could use them like this and make them spreadable, like I said, more like an oil paint. So you see how I'm kind of just like basically winging it? That's because, as all great artists know, the best things in art come from happy mistakes, happy accidents. I'm just gonna tap that, soften that edge a little bit with my finger. Fabulous. Okay, so now we have this kind of like butterfly wing shape going on, like a sort of like a semicircle, I guess. I don't know. So I'm gonna take a clean brush with nothing on it, just to soften that edge. Fabulous. So now you have this beautiful wash that's not gonna move. It's gonna stay on like a stain on your eyelid. Oh my God, look at that. Looks so good. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a shadow stick. These are really cool too because they function kind of like crayons. Again, this is very like art driven. The shadow sticks are awesome because you, again, can't mess them up. And this one's called Baroque. So I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna start in the inner corner and just kind of add a little wash on top of the matte fluid eye paint. Again, we're keeping it really transparent, really light, really washy, more like a watercolor. And then I'm gonna go in and just give it a little boost in the inner corner. I mean, that looks pretty cool to me. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my Light Lock fluid. This was an amazing product to develop because people have been asking me for years what highlight I use. Because I usually use like a witch's brew concoction of like 10 different kinds, but I wanted to make one that kind of would do the job. But I also made the line a powder, a stick, a fluid, because I personally like to layer my highlight, and I use my highlight all over my face. So you guys will see that in a second. So it's a cute little dropper. It's adorable. This color is Fight or Flight. It's this like beautiful pearlescent pink. So I'm gonna take this and down, oh my God, along my brow bone. I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna go back to this in a minute. And then I use my fingers here, which you don't have to, you can use a beauty blender or a brush, but I like to use my fingers to just dab it in. Your fingers are like the same temperature as the rest of your skin, so they work really good for stuff like that because it just melts the product into the skin. Okay. Also, everyone says to use your ring finger, but I kind of don't think it matters what finger that you use personally. Oh my God, this is so pretty. And I'm gonna take the excess and just tap it down the bridge of my nose a little bit. Here we go. Wrong finger. So I like to highlight the sides of my nose too to build the nose forward so that it comes into the light a little bit. Blend that out. Look at that little glow. Look at that little cherub nose. Okay. Do the same with the other side. I might have used too much, but that's okay. Because again, I'll take the excess and I'll tap it just on the top of my lip and just right here on the mound of my chin. Basically, any parts of your face that stick out in your profile, like your cheekbones, the top of your nose, your brow bones, your chin, I like to highlight those, and your cupid's bow of your lip. I'll get back to my cheek in a second. I told you, you can't mess this up. Like, I'm doing everything wrong. All the beauty gurus are gonna come after me. Okay, let's blend that in. Okay. Now my cupid's bow looks ridiculous, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna take a little dense round brush and just kind of make sure there's no edges. But I would like using my fingers to get the product in initially, and then I use a brush to kind of like spread it out. Bam! Look at that. Look at that. It's good shit. Am I allowed to curse? I don't even know. I'm cursing. And we're glowing. We're glowing from within. Okay. Next, I'm gonna take the Light Lock powder, which I love because it's super lightweight and it doesn't make me feel like I'm wearing a powder on my face. And it's got this adorable packaging too. And then this kind of like tessellate leaning polygon compact. I don't know, I love it. Open this guy, look at that. Give you a little swatch. Let's see. Boom. Beautiful and subtle. We love it. It's also very buildable, which is awesome. Okay, gonna take a different brush. Just build up a little of this and just use it to accent what I've already put into the skin. And then I'm gonna do something I'm not supposed to do. I'm gonna break the rules a little bit. I'm gonna take the Light Lock stick. This is, please indulge me. It's a good one. And then I'm gonna take a brush. I'm just gonna get a little bit of this on the brush so I can go in a little bit more precise on the brow bone. Now I'm glowing from within. Stunning. Okay, time for lips. I do something kind of crazy. I use 3 different lip liners when I line my lip. I know it's excessive, I'm sorry. I made so many liners for this launch, and there's gonna be so many more to come because I'm obsessed with lip liner because I'm a musician, so when I talk, everyone's always looking at my mouth. So I think it's really important to make sure that I love how it looks. Love the packaging for this too. It reminds me of like getting a sticker in a vending machine when you were a little kid, or like a gel pen. You can tell I was born in 1994 because I'm talking about gel pens. These are incredible. They have vitamin C and E and hyaluronic compounds so that they're really nourishing for your lips. They're so smooth but so dense so you can get a really sharp line, but they don't crumble. They're incredible. Okay, let's talk about lips and what I do, because this is gonna be the real deep process. Okay, so I start with the medium color. This is Little Little. And I align my Cupid's bow and down to the corners. I basically just generally line the whole mouth with the medium color. And I fill it in just a little bit. They're so smooth and they dry so long lasting. Okay, then I'm gonna take the lighter color, which is Pink in the Morning, and I'm gonna just go right underneath it like that, and then in the middle to build a highlight in the middle of my lip, like that. And at first it looks ridiculous, I know. Then I take the darker color, Paper Romance, and I go over the Cupid's bow and just in the bottom of my pout, like that. Because I like to draw attention to the center of my lips. Okay. Now, for the moment of truth, filling in the lip. These are the best. This is probably my favorite product that we have, the Paint It lip color, because it's got an angled brush so that even if you don't want to line your lips, you can create the perfect shape for them. They also smell like peppermint, which, oh, I just got it on my nose. They smell like peppermint, which is amazing. Keep your mouth smelling fresh, you know, underneath your mask. Nobody's gonna see your lipstick, it's fine, you're doing it for you, doesn't matter. This is Ask Nicely, which I thought was a pretty funny name. So then I just go in. Super nude. I love a super nude. Don't quote me on that. And I love this little ombre effect we're getting with the liner. It's very 90s. So creamy, so good. Now this part doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna go over it with the metallic gloss, but I'm crazy. Now do you see this applicator? Like, do you see how sharp it is and how nice it is to get right in there on all those fine lines and edges? It's a lifesaver. Okay, so there's my not so perfect mouth. And again, like I said, doesn't matter because now we are getting into the beautiful gloss. I love this so much. It's like a lavender, sparkly, kind of, like I said, very romantic. I'm just gonna go in. I'm like really guilty of using a lot of lip gloss. I'm not kissing anybody, so I can have a cakey mouth. Reminds me of all my favorite music videos, like in the 90s and early 2000s. So here we have this glowing, goddessy look. But we're not done, because even though I look like a glowing goddess and we want it to stay dewy looking and beautiful, we don't want it to be actually dewy and separate off of our face. So we're gonna use the Matte Fix Spray, and we are going to, is it on? There we go, it's off, there's a little. Great, okay. So we don't separate, so our goddessness doesn't run down our face. And we're just gonna, I know it looks like Windex, that's why I made it. I think it's clever. And then we take our little handy dandy finger slipper. That's not what it's called, that's what I'm calling it. And just make sure we pat that fixing spray in, just for better absorption. Fabulous. I'm gonna brush up my brows real quick. Give them a little boost. And I think we're done, everybody. What do you think? And you can beef this look up with an eyeliner if you want, a little wing. Sometimes it's nice to put a little glitter particles in the inner corner, just make sure it's eye safe glitter. This look also is really great with like a more moody lip. You know what? I'm gonna show you. How about that? So this is if you want like a softer, nude, kind of like Renaissance painting look. But if you're a bad bitch, you can also go dark. So go back in, Paper Romance. Give yourself a little line. Again, they're so smooth, you like really can't fuck it up, mess it up. This is for a Zoom date, since we can't meet up in real life. Or for when you're meeting your sugar daddy for the first time, I guess. I wouldn't know, I am the sugar daddy. My terrible haphazard lip job, like I said. You really can't mess it up. And then I'm gonna go back in. I love this color. Paper Romance on the liner, So Long Summer on the lip. Let's go. Ooh. Ooh. And there you have it, folks. A moodier take. So the first look is like when you meet your sugar daddy. This look is like after you have to go back and break his heart and take half his money. Again, I wouldn't know anything about that because I am the sugar daddy. But it's fine. You girls can do it to me. I'll take it in stride. Call me. And there you have it, folks. Thanks for watching. There's many more looks to come. This one is for all my heartbreakers out there. Enjoy. Play nice. Don't get in trouble.